Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you guys are doing well. Now, today I was going to make a card, but then I decided to break out my color pencils. Now, I have these are regular color pencils, and I have the Arteza brand and I have the Prismacolor brand. And these are the color pencils they use with the Gamsol. I have a bottle of Gamsol and I haven't used this in a while. Now, these vapors on Gamsol are harmful, and I want to say that right now. So if you've never used it or you've ever thought of it, the Gamsol, it is harmful. So you want to make sure that you have a well ventilated area that you're going to color in, and always cover it once you wet your stump. Now we're going to use two different color pencils, but we're also going to use two different inks. We're going to use the Memento ink, and we're also going to use the Spectrum Noir alcohol proof ink. So they're both alcohol proof inks, and that's what you would normally use with the Gamsol. And we're going to do Prisma on this, Prisma and Arteza. So we'll get the two images with the two different inks and also the color pencils. So I'm gonna get everything ready. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick because the bottle was wet and I don't want to be inhaling this stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, I washed my hands, you know, safety first, right? So for this project I'm using the Penny Black Gather Around stamps, and again I'm going to use the Prisma, and I'm going to use the Arteza color pencils. Now, Gamsol is just a product that helps dissolve some of the wax and makes it blend together. Are there better pencils you can use? Absolutely. I don't... To do what I'm doing, I don't feel like spending hundreds of dollars on color pencils. If I was an artist that was making pieces, and yes, I would. But for this, this works fine. Some people even use the Crayola ones, and they get good results. I think Gina K did, and hers came out amazing. But I don't have her experience, so this works fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to color this one first with the Prisma, and then I'll do the Arteza, and we'll see how the Memento reacts with the Gamsol, and we'll also see how the Spectrum Noir does. What I did notice is that when I stamped it, the Spectrum Noir had a deeper stamp color than the Memento, but now that they both dry, they look fairly similar. I mean, you can still see a slight difference, but we can totally work with this. All right, so for the tree, let's do the tree first. I'm going to use different tones of green, and I have to figure out if I want it to look bright or a little more muted. I think I'm going to go for bright this time. So I'm going to come and color wherever I think it would be darker. And I hope you guys can see it. I try to zoom in the camera as much as possible without blurring it out. The only downside is that it gets blurry when I lift up a little bit. So we're gonna put some of this in. And the good thing about the Gamsol is that you don't have to be perfect at all with this stuff. You don't have to color it perfectly. It can be pretty messy, and once the Gamsol hits it and it starts blending, everything looks just much better. So I'm just putting a darker color wherever I think there would be shadows, just like you would do with any of your colors. And then it's not going to be perfect. I'm not concentrating on getting a perfect color. What I want to get is a good blend. So let's do that, and then we could come back with the other green. You can always bring it up a little more though. And do the same thing here. And then we can just add some of the lighter green. And this is just treating it like a color pencil, just, you know, I mean, the alcohol ink markers, like you try to add different colors to get a good blend. The same thing, same concept. Okay, now I'm just going to start blending this out a little bit, and I'm going to take one of my paper stumps and just I might take a thicker one, and I'm gonna dump it in the tip in the Gamsol, and I'm gonna cover it the minute I got it wet, and then you just mix it. So if you see, it breaks down the wax, it breaks down the color, and you're able to blend it, and you get kind of a look like your alcohol markers. Now you can go back, dip it again. And you could just bring that color out the same way you would with your watercolor pencils, right? You would take the water in and bring the color out. So that's what you start getting. And if you're missing color, let's go back in with the dark green. Let's add more color in. And then we can go ahead and wet our stump again. And just blend that color out. Whatever tone you want to get, how much dark shadows or light colors you want, that's totally up to you. But the good thing about it is that if you don't have alcohol markers, or you don't have or you just don't like using the alcohol markers, this is a good option. And like I said, if you don't want the harsh chemical, then use baby oil. A lot of people had success with it. Okay, so that's that. So now let's flip it over and let's find the Arteza ones that match. I'm going to try to use the same kind of colors. Which one was a green? Just a regular green? It's basil. Okay, well, let's get close to it. That one and this one. Okay, those are the closest. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with our darker color. Now we'll also see which one has more pigment, and depending on which one it is, that could be a deal breaker for the other one if you feel that you can't make it work. Now, if price is a big deal and the pigment is not such a huge difference, you might still want to go with the cheaper brand. But we'll see. Once it's blended is when you'll be able to see better what's going on. I can tell you that the Prisma was a lot richer when I put it on. But it's not the exact same color either, so we'll see. Now this was the closest thing that I got to the Prismacolor, and this color is matcha, and this is basil. Okay, now I'm going to start blending now, and I'm going to get a new stump so I'm not contaminating it. And we're going to blend that out. Now I can't say that the both inks are performing well. I don't see a difference. None of them have broken down with this, so I guess that's a good thing. Nothing has smeared. So you can already see there's a big difference in the color. Well, not a big difference, a slight difference. But let's go ahead and add more of the dark green. Maybe that's what's making it noticeable. Let's see. I honestly don't think that you need the second tone of green, but since I added it the first time, I'm just trying to do it the same way. And let's see now. Okay. So that's the... And I did something that I thought I wasn't going to do. I actually did this on Arteza. I was supposed to do them both Prisma, but it's fine. Okay, so this is the... I think this works out better. This is the Arteza. So let's scratch that out. Oops. That's the Arteza. And then this is the Prisma. They both blend it well. Okay. The Prismacolor has more pigment. Let's see. Let's do them side by side. Okay. This is the Prismacolor grass green. And this is the basil. Let me sharpen it a little bit. See if that makes a difference. Now the green is just a little bit different. But is as close as I can get to the color. But if you can see already, this one has more pigment. Definitely does. Now, if you make a card, is it going to make that much of a difference? No. You can always just add more of the dark green to it, and maybe not even use the lighter color. So, you know, I'm going to try to wet them both at the same time and see if we can blend them at the same time. So we'll see. Okay. You see the way it breaks it up? This one does a better job. And this one just brings it out more. Is that a deal breaker? No. They both blended out well. It's just two different colors. Now, I'm going to see the difference in the prices on these two guys. So then you can totally make your choice. Okay. Now I got the 72 count, so I'm looking for that one. Ooh, there's another one called Castle Arts. We'll see. Maybe I should get another one to really compare. Okay, so the 72 count is 59. Let's see, you can't see it. Okay, it's $59.99, and that's for the Prisma. And let's see the Arteza. Okay, the Arteza 72 count are $26.49. So it's a big difference. Because of the difference in price, I don't think it's a deal breaker because the other one is a little more, has a little more pigment. Yeah. So you choose. Does that make a big difference? Now, let me see if they have a color that's more similar. Let's see. Maybe in the purples. See a violet blue. Let me see if any of these match. Okay, these two are similar. Lilac and lavender. And do we have a violet? No. Okay, so let's try these two. Let's flip this and let's try these two guys. This is the lilac. And this is the Arteza lavender. Pretty similar in color. Okay. You can see the way this one blends better. This one is more streaky. But again, for what we're using it for, does that really matter? That's the whole thing. Okay. That's one. And that's the other. And in this case, this one blended very well. This one struggled a little more. Let's try it one more time. So this is the Prisma. Let's add a lot of pigment. And we're going to do the same thing here. The Arteza. That one broke up pretty good. And then the Prisma. And believe it or not, with this color, Arteza did better. Now, is there a way to use these without having to use anything like Gamsol? Yes, there's a lot of people that use just a colorless pen. So they will take the color and they will go in and just smooth that out with. Now, it takes away the lines, but you can't blend it out. So you would have to color the whole thing, and that's what they would use. They would also use a white one, a white colored pencil to do this. So there you go. It's all figuring out what works for you. Let's try the cat, right? Let's see. Let's use the, I can't read it. Okay. Let's put some orange down. Is it smoother? Absolutely. And then maybe get more of a yellow. Let's add that to the outside. I'm not being careful. I'm not, this is not meant so I can use it for a card. So, and let's blend these out. And it really does a good job at mixing those colors together. Add color if you need it. So you get the look of those alcohol markers with color pencils. Now we're going to do the same with the Arteza colors. Let's see, let's get an orange. So this is blood orange, and then we're gonna get a yellow. This we have a brighter yellow. Okay, we'll use sunflower. And we're gonna do the same exact thing. I'm not being careful, guys. Like, don't judge my coloring today. Because it's gonna be really bad. But hey, I figured if I have this stuff and anyone had questions about it, I mean, I already have it, I already bought it, and I can do that for you guys. And if you haven't decided, maybe this will help. And if you want to try for yourself, maybe not get the biggest package, maybe get smaller packages, and then you'll see if it works for you. So we're gonna get another stump. I'm not even cleaning them out, I'm just getting new stumps. And we're just gonna blend that one out. Okay. So we have that guy. And we have that one. Is there a difference? Absolutely. But I think that that's nothing that can't be corrected by just adding more color. It seems like when the Gamsol hits the Arteza, it does blend it out, but maybe just a little too well. Like it just really breaks it down. And the pigment, the Prismacolor, the pigment stays. The color stays even though you're breaking down the wax. If that makes sense. Makes sense in my head. Okay. Let's flip this over. And let's just see if we can get it closer to what I did with the other one. Swoop. And there you go. The color is much better, more vivid. So you can get the same look. You just have to add some more color when you're putting down the Arteza colors. The Prismacolor, not so much. A little one a long way. So you guys decide what works better for you. And this is the Arteza green. That's the Prismacolor. This is the Arteza oranges. And that's the Prisma. Don't go by this. Both inks work well. The Spectrum Noir and the Memento, both of them work well. Neither one of them broke down when I started blending. So either one that you have will work. So that's a plus. But that's the only difference. You have one that has a lot more pigment in some colors, because with the lilacs, the Prisma was better. So, I mean the Arteza. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, this is the lavender. And this is the Arteza. Oops. And this is the lilac. And that's the Prisma. Let's get a stump. Let's do the Arteza. And it really breaks that down. And now we'll do the Prisma. So the Arteza broke it down more and it was able to blend out more when it came to the lilac, and the Prisma not so much. So I guess it also depends on the color that you use. I mean, again, I mean $20 something as opposed to almost 60. It's a big difference. If your budget allows for the better one, then I would go for the Prisma. If it doesn't, the Arteza works just as well, and you're gonna have some colors that would work better with the Arteza. So it's just basically the choice is up to you, and you see what blend works better for you. So I'm just gonna take the green again, maybe the lighter greens. You know, we'll test the lighter greens against each other, so we can really have a good comparison. Okay, that's that one. And I'm gonna put just as much into this side. So let's get a stump. Just clearing it out. This is the Arteza. Yep, the Arteza. That's that. And then let me just sand this down a little bit. I'm just using a regular nail file to sand it down because I cannot find my file. So just use that. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing over here. Colors look very similar. They both blend it really nice. And in this case, the Prismacolor allowed for me to move the color further than this one. So, choice is up to you. If you get the Arteza, you probably have to add extra color in order to get a good blend. And let's see if you add more color on top of it. That works well. And I was able to bring it out a little further than the first time. But it really does break up the wax well. And again, this is using the Gamsol, which is a mineral spirit, which it does have harmful chemicals. So just make sure you're in a well ventilated area. Let's do the same thing. But either way, in both cases, they both broke down the wax well, and you can use them to make your images come to life. So I would recommend either or. What we color is so small that you can save some money, and if you buy the Arteza and put that towards something else, or if you want the Prismacolor, because you don't want to have to add so much coloring, then go for that one. But either way, I hope this helps. Coloring is not the best. That wasn't the purpose of this video. It was just to show you how you can get the look of alcohol markers without using alcohol markers, and also to compare those two inks against those two different brands of colored pencils to see how it all behaves. It doesn't matter the ink that you use, it's going to behave fine. And I guess the colored pencils will be your budget. And how much work you want to put into it. It's not much more, let's be realistic, but it does take a little bit more time to keep adding color. Up to you. If I find the Crayola ones, I think I have some, I'll try those, but for now, those are the two that I'm using. And I hope someone finds this helpful. Again, I would rather just make the video and let's try red. And if you can make a choice based on that and don't have to spend the extra money, that's a great thing, because you could buy something else with that. Lord knows that all these companies are coming up with such good deals. So this is Prisma, and this is Prisma, I'm sorry, and this is the Arteza. Let's see how the red behaves. Oh wow. I think I should have used that color from the beginning. So that's that red. And let's use oh, that one came out nice too. Yeah, I think it also has to do with whatever color you're using. I think in both brands you're gonna find some colors blend better than the other ones. If you're new to it and you want to try it, I would go for the Artezas. I mean, 26 bucks, you get 72 colors, and you can have fun with them. Sure, why not? And then buy some more stamps. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great one, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.